How do you balance your current life, your current responsibilities with creating something new or doing something new or exploring a new possibility for the future you want to build? This is a question that I've been getting a lot from my mentorship clients. And I think it's really important. And so I wanted to record this short podcast episode to share this technique with you because I am confident that you are someone whose life is full. I have yet to meet someone who tells me, oh, I have all this free time on my hands. I think all our lives are full. And that actually becomes a really big blocker that prevents people from creating something new or pursuing something they want to pursue, because the pull of how it is, the pull of the current responsibilities and the inertia of just having to take care of all these things gets in the way. And so I want to share with you what can really help you. And I was talking about this with one of my mentorship clients recently, who is this awesome human. She runs a foundation and is a single mom of a toddler, so really, really busy. And at the same time, she's actually, one thing we've been working on together is significantly expanding the scope of her foundation to bring it into new areas. And this is someone who, this person she is so disciplined and focused and committed and is someone who's just so responsible. And yet week after week, we'd get on our mentorship calls and she'd say, oh my God, I haven't really had a time to work on the stuff we've talked about because I just had to take care of stuff, the emails that are coming in, decisions for the foundation, my son. And so I said, okay, let's dig into it. Tell me about the structure of your day, right? So in the morning, she, breakfast, takes care of her son, takes him off, brings him to daycare. And then she comes back and I said, okay, what's the first thing you do when you come back? And she said, well, I, open my email and there they are. And I just start responding to emails from my team, the things that are coming in. And I said, well, that means that your email is the most important thing you have to do. And she said, no, it's not. It's just something I have to get done. And here's the crux of it. Now this is my whole point around this. I said to her, if email is the most important thing, then that's the first thing that gets your attention. But if the most important thing for you now is to figure out these new ways that you want to expand your foundation, that has to be the first thing you do in the morning. And this is what I want to tell you. If there is something that you want to do that is new, maybe there's a book you always wanted to write. Maybe you want to start learning something new. Maybe you want to explore a different role in your company or a different career, or there is a new habit that you really want to create that's important to you. Anything new, and it's really important to you, it has to be the first thing you do in your day. Yes, get up, do your exercise, do your morning thing, take care of your kids, eat your breakfast. But then when you're ready to get down to business, it has to be your priority, has to be the first thing that you do, because that is how you literally make it a priority. You give it the priority on your schedule. You give it the priority of your attention, of your time. And that is the only way that you're going to make significant progress. Because otherwise, if you do other things, if you jump into, okay, let me just answer a couple of emails, let me just take care of this, you're now spreading your time, your attention, you're giving it somewhere else. And then you simply don't have enough of it, of time, attention, and focus and energy to give it to what is important to you. And that's how sometimes years go by and people tell me, oh my God, I've been thinking about doing this for years and I just haven't done it, because you haven't made it a priority. We don't make something a priority by saying it's important. We make something a priority by making it the first thing that we do in our day. All right, I can hear your brain. And some of your brains, if you're listening, they're going, Nataly, but I absolutely cannot. I have to take care of a bunch of things in the morning and then my family, and then I have a 9 a.m. standing meeting at work. I cannot do it first thing in the morning. Yes, you can. Do you know how? By getting up earlier. And if you just said, oh my God, I'm not a morning person. Yes, we all have different preferences for, do we like to wake up early? Do we like to wake up later? I get that. But again, if it is important to you, then I promise you, you can wake up half an hour earlier and give your attention to your priority. And it will be life changing for you, not only because you will stop feeling that disappointment and frustration that this thing that you really want to do, that it's not happening, but because you'll be honoring your commitment to yourself. And this is one of the most important things that you can do for your well-being, for your self-trust, for your confidence, and for your thriving, is to honor commitments that you make to yourself. And so if you decide that, okay, doing this new thing, this is my priority, then it has to be the first thing in the day. And if you can't fit it in, that means you wake up a little bit earlier, wake up 30 minutes earlier, make it the first thing. You will feel so good, even if you're not a morning person, because you will be honoring yourself, your higher self, your true self, the self that you've made this commitment to. You'll be making progress towards this new thing that you care about, which is going to build your confidence. It's going to build your belief in yourself. And it's this amazing virtuous cycle that's just going to keep going. So this is my answer to you. If there is something that you have wanted to do, and again, it can be anything. Maybe it's you wanted to write a book, or you wanted to really like step up into a different role in your company, or learn something new, or you wanted to start speaking, or whatever it is. If it's really important to you, you have to make it not just a mental priority, but it has to become the first thing you do in your day. And if you don't have time right now, that means you have to wake up at least half an hour earlier to make sure that you have the time. Because priority is not just an idea. It is where we prioritize our attention, our focus, our time, and our energy. And so try this, and I'd love to hear from you if it's made a difference. I will tell you that for my client that I mentioned, it's made a giant difference. Now focusing on the new directions of her foundation is the first thing that she does. Before she even looks at her emails over here, she does that for half an hour. So she's making significant progress. And then when she does go and open her email, she feels really energized, because guess what? Working on stuff that's important to you is very energizing. Making progress is very energizing. And so if you're worried about, and I get that, like you might be worried like, oh, I'm working on this, but like there's all the emails waiting and like I need to get back to this. I get that. But you're going to have so much greater capacity when you get to that stuff, because you've done something that honored yourself, that honored what's important to you, and you've made progress on something that is meaningful to you, that gives you energy, that gives you capacity. So I hope you found this really helpful. It's this small topic that has giant implications. One of the biggest reasons that I see people get stuck and not make progress towards the future that they want to create, whether it's in their career, in their craft, or in their lives, it's this, is they want it, but they do not align their focus, time, attention, and energy with making it their priority. So this can actually unblock you and help you make significant progress towards the future that you really, really want. As always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting me pop into your ear or joining me to watch this on YouTube. And I am excited to be with you again next week for our next episode. Have an awesome, awesome rest of your day.